What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Eagles Talk with MK. And today we're going to have a very special guest. He's going to be here in a few minutes. His name is Brenden Deeg. And he's a sports writer. He's a really cool guy. I tried to get him on the show before, but, schedule got in the way and all that stuff. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for him to come on, so we could talk about the Eagles and just the future of this franchise going forward for this offseason. It's going to be very, very entertaining, very fun. Hey, what's up, Key? What's up, Jay Taco? Thank you for stopping in. Really appreciate it. Really do. Brenden will be here in a few minutes. So I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about the opponents for next year. And if you guys haven't seen the opponents for next year yet, I'm going to put up the picture of it right now. So there's a couple of games this year that I'm kind of, nervous about for next year. So we're going to go over it real quick right before he comes. So as you can see, for the home games, we've got the Cowboys, the Giants, the football team, and then we got the Packers, Jaguars, Vikings, Saints, Steelers, Titans. Now, for the Packers, it's interesting. It's interesting for the Packers because it depends on who's their quarterback going to be. Is it really going to be Aaron Rodgers? Is it going to be Jordan Love? And if Davante Adams is still here. But if Davante Adams is not here yet, it's not on Green Bay Packers, but I think he's been franchise tagged. So it's going to be an interesting game. And then we got the Titans. They're number one in the AFC right now. They have Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. Their offensive game is top. It's good. They're number one team for the reason, and that defense is good. So that's another thing we got to worry about for next year. Steelers, they need a quarterback. They need, is Mike Tomlin going to stay? Is Mike Tomlin going to stay at all? Because if he's not, they're going to need to go into the head coaching process and everything. What's up, Coach Donte? How's it going, man? And here, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Mitch. Sorry about being late.
Hey, we're all good. I was just going through the opponents for next year. So we're going to go through that in a little bit. So how you been? It's been a while. We've been trying to figure something out. So
thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. It's been a busy last few weeks, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I just got to ask you, what was your first thing? You know what? Before that, how did you get to where you are now? How did you become a writer for this and that? Just tell me your experience and your story.
Okay. So I started writing about 7 years ago, I'd say 6-7 years ago, right after I finished university. And I started writing for a website called NFL Spin Zone, which is hosted by Fansided. I was writing for the Buffalo Bills there for a while. And then I transitioned from that into 4th and John, which is an Eagles website, pretty popular Eagles tailgate that they host and website. So I wrote there for about a couple of years. And then I got an opportunity to write for the National Football Post. A friend of mine that works for Bleacher Report got me a connection there. So I've been writing there for the last 2 years, and I've just been involved in the Eagles kind of fan base in Twitter for, I'd say, about the good portion of 6-7 years now. So it's been a long work, still a lot of work to go.
Wow. So do you have like any like advice for the people that are trying to get into your spot or for that field you're in?
Keep going. Consistent content is very key. There's so much content out there nowadays where if you stop posting something or if you stop doing something for 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever the time span is, people are going to stop listening to you or stop watching you. Having consistent content is very key in this space right now. It's such a saturated market. So many sports podcasts out there, so many sports writers out there. Just stay consistent, keep pushing, and find a niche. Find something that no one else has done or very few people are doing. Don't kind of do the same thing over and over and over again. Like I said, it's a very saturated market. It's something that I've had to learn myself. There's just so many sports podcasts out there and sports sports faces, sports personalities where you have to be different. You have to be consistent. And I keep pushing. And look, I'm 26 years old. I'm not like that. I'm still sort of young. So I still have a long way to go as well.
Yeah, I'm actually 27. So I still got a long way to go.
There you go.
Hey, I mean, that was great. Thank you for sharing that with us. So
no problem.
We got to talk about the Eagles and Buccaneers. So what was the first thing that you taken from that game? Like, what was the first thing you noticed?
The offense was bad. The offense didn't have a good game. They let the team down. Jalen Hurts, of course, leading the way. He did not. That was probably one of his worst games, if not the worst game he's had all year. The Bucs defense caught them off guard. They stacked 9 guys in the box pretty much the entire game. They basically said, "We dare you to throw the ball. We dare you to try." And the Eagles didn't have a counter to that. And look, it was just an overall kind of bad game from the entire team. The defense played okay. Like they got 4 3-and-outs in the first 7 drives, which I think you take in general if you were an Eagles fan. If you said we're going up against Tom Brady, I can get 4 3-and-outs in the first 7 drives. I'm sure a lot of Eagles fans would take that. So I do think it was the offense's fault. And I do think I think Nick Sirianni deserves some blame as well. He didn't have a very good offensive game plan to kind of counteract what the Bucs were doing.
Yeah. I mean, that was just not a good game all around.
Yeah.
I felt like it was not the running team at all that we all love. The first running team, the top of the top. It was mostly like the Cowboys' first game, the Niners. They went back to the old ways, and I'm just like, what just happened? They weren't prepared for this game at all, I felt like. It wasn't like that. Devontae Smith did not get the ball at all until the fourth quarter, which I thought that was the biggest gripe. Don't you agree?
Agreed. I do think they could have got him involved earlier in the game. That's kind of going back to my first point is they stacked the box. They forced him to throw. And Sirianni didn't have a game plan to counteract that. They should have got the ball out quick to Devontae Smith. You should have been able to work the inside of the field in the second level with the box so stacked. It seemed like they kind of didn't do their homework on what the Bucs were going to do. The Bucs adjusted and the Eagles didn't.
Yeah. And the defense did all right till like a certain point. Mm-hmm. I mean, it didn't blitz at all. Like, how many times did we blitz? I know we sacked them like 4 times, but still this passive defense that I can't stand. Like, this defense is just not good. Don't you agree?
Agreed. Yeah. The defense stood back like the Bucs kind of drove right down the field to start the game, so that kind of put them off balance. It was already 10-0 basically before the Eagles could blink. So yeah, I know. Overall, it was just not a good performance. And you know what? You could say it was expected. I didn't expect them to come out that flat. I did not expect them to win the game. Like I did think they were going to cover the point spread. This point spread got up to 9 before kickoff. I did think they would be a little closer than that, but you know what? It's a learning game for this Eagles organization and Eagles team.
It is. So now We got the offseason to look forward to. Our draft picks are now locked. The 15th pick, 16th pick, and the 19th pick. Now, what do you think we should do with those 3 first rounders?
It's a good question. I think what they should look to trade down one of those picks. Probably 15 would probably be the one that you're looking to trade down from. That would get you the most value. I don't expect them to use all 3 draft picks in that round. I don't think Howie Roseman's making 3 selections. Just doesn't fit his personality, doesn't fit his profile. He's never been like that kind of guy. He's going to wheel and deal, and it just all depends on how he's going to wheel and deal. I could see potentially a small trade up for a guy that they really like. I think that's probably the least likely situation, but I do think it's somewhat possible. I think trading down would be the best bet for them, especially if you can get a first-round pick for next year. I think that would be very key. Just keeps their options open. Let's say Jalen Hurts doesn't develop into the quarterback that they want him to. They have the first-round pick. Then they have 2 first-round picks for next year that they can use. And I think they make 2 selections, trade 1. How the trade looks, I don't know. But I don't believe Howie Roseman is going to be using all 3 of those draft picks.
Yeah, now there's a rumor going around that the Houston Texans are looking to trade their 3rd pick. Would you go up and take that to get like a Hutchinson or Hamilton or something like that?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think the players at the top of the board are worth it to go up and get. Unless it's for a quarterback they really like, which I also do think is still a possibility. I wouldn't put it completely off the table here. That they could fall in love with a quarterback. They have a ton of work to do here. They have to scout these guys. Like, again, they have 3 first-round draft picks. They have to work it and see if they like any quarterbacks, which players they do and don't like. So I think the only reason they would trade up that high would be to go get a quarterback. I don't think they'd be doing that to go get a defensive end. That would be, in my opinion, that'd be a bad use of resources.
I mean, you wouldn't want Hutchinson at all?
No, I wouldn't go trade up to number 3 to get him. Like, you're looking at trading 2 first-round picks to go up that high. That's a lot to give up for a defensive end.
It is. I would love him because I'm a Michigan fan. Yeah. So it's like my dream come true. My favorite college, like for me, that would be great. But I don't want them to draft a quarterback. I don't
either. I don't think it would be the right thing to do. But again, if they fall in love with one of those guys, if they believe internally that one of these guys is the future, then they have to pull the trigger. You don't want to be shy and not do it. I don't think that there's a guy in this draft that they're going to fall in love with. There hasn't been. Like Kenny Pickett, I don't think they're going to like. I don't think they're huge on him. Just this draft doesn't kind of have that top 10 quarterback that's worth it. It's just I think they're going to do their homework, so there is potential where they do end up taking one, but I think it's a small chance.
Now, would you want Kenny Pickett or Sam Howell?
Like, I haven't done my homework. I haven't started my draft process yet. I don't do I'm not strictly Eagles stuff, right? So I still have to write for the divisional round, for the NFC for the championship games in the Super Bowl. So my draft process starts a little later than most Eagles fans does. So ask me in 3 months is going to be my question for that. I haven't done my homework yet.
Okay.
I don't have a take on really any of the quarterbacks.
Nice. I can see that. I don't either. I need to do my work on that as well. So looks like Brandon Brooks is retiring. So maybe we go in the draft and get an offensive lineman. I mean, our offensive line is deep, but don't you think we need to get like some more pieces for the offensive line?
I don't know if Brandon Brooks is 100% retiring yet. There's potential that he is. There's been a rumor swirling around that he is, so we'll see. But yeah, taking offensive linemen is never a bad thing. I do think that they're going to take a couple. They have, I think, 11 draft picks right now. So my guess is they take 2 or 3 offensive linemen with their draft picks. Howie Roseman loves kind of stacking the offensive line cupboard in the draft. And I do think they don't take, like, probably looking at later in the rounds, then they can develop them. I don't know if they'll use a high draft pick on them, but I also don't know if Brandon Brooks is fully retired yet. There's been rumors, so I'd hold up on that. And it's not out of the question that Brandon Brooks is not going to be back. He won't be back on his current contract. I'll tell you that. He's due $19 million this offseason, which is just not going to happen. They're not going to be paying him $19 million to be on the cap. So if he is back, he'll be a cheaper market or cheaper dollar value. So we'll see. But yes, they will definitely be dipping the toes in the offensive line market in the draft.
Yeah, you should trade Jalen Hurts to the Broncos. No, I'll ignore that. Wow, Flores to the Giants. Is that happening? Expected him to go to Houston. Interesting that Flores will not go there. What?
I know that they're interviewing him. That's all I know.
That's all I know too. Yeah. But if it's actually official, god dang!
I don't.
Before it's GM.
Yeah. They just hired the GM Joe Shane today. So
right.
We'll kind of see how the process goes. They still have a long way to go before they pick a coach.
Yeah, I gotta see that. I gotta look that up, but hopefully not, because the Eagles and Giants are in the same division. Like, I don't want that at all. I love the head coach that they had. I love the quarterback systems that they got. Like, I just love their team right now. And helping the Eagles.
Agreed.
So, it's funny. So, yeah, I mean, this draft is going to be big. And Howie Roseman, he's on his last year of his contract. So, do you think we're going to extend him?
Oh, yeah. Howie's not going anywhere. We'll be back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
He's not going anywhere.
I know. A lot of people are going to be angry about that. But, hey, this draft last year was the best he ever had. He made the right moves. He did everything that he could. And look where we are now. We made it into the playoffs. If we did not make it to the playoffs, I think he would have been gone.
No, I don't typically agree. I think he got a 2-year leash to kind of see how this goes. And now I think that leash is longer just because they didn't make the playoffs and they overachieved. I do think let's say they bottomed out, like let's say they went 3-14 and it was ugly this year, then yeah, potentially he could have been fired. But if he didn't fire him last year, then he was getting 2 more years. He was getting the chance to make these draft picks. So I don't think Howie Roseman's going anywhere anytime soon.
Harry Rosen is grandfathered in.
Basically, yeah, it's a good terminology for it.
Yeah. Can we draft a Nakobe Dean? I would love that. I would like that, but who knows?
Yeah, again, I don't have all these guys are just guys I've watched from the college games. Like, I haven't done enough research. I don't have many draft takes. The only draft take I do have, and there's a guy that I've been watching over the last couple weeks that I've kind of fallen in love with, and he's become my first draft crush, is Traylon Burks, from wide receiver from Arkansas.
Yeah,
really, really like him. He's been I can't stop watching his highlights. He's very exciting. But besides that guy, I haven't really dove into anyone.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up wide receivers, because I feel like that the Eagles need someone like a Calvin Ridley or Williams or one of those guys, Allen Robinson. We need someone to pair up with Slay, because Rager ain't it. Watkins is like a third option, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is definitely not it. So we definitely need to get a wide receiver. I would not draft one, take one in free agency, or trade for one.
Yeah, I think free agency would be the way to go here. There's some free agents, wide receiver free agents on the market that they can definitely go after. Allen Robinson and Mike Williams would be kind of the ideal guys. I don't think Mike Williams is going to hit free agency. My best guess is he is tagged by the Chargers and he's back. They would be kind of crazy to let him walk out that building. Chris Godwin's going to be so it's pretty much be Godwin, Gallup, Robinson would be kind of the guys that you're looking at. I think they need to go get someone in free agency. They need to open up the checkbook. I would pick one of those 3 guys. I agree with you. I don't think that drafting one is the best bet. They haven't had very much luck drafting receivers over the last few years. They've spent a lot of high value capital on him. First, second round picks, J.J. Whiteside, Jalen Reagor. They just took Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith is a good pick, but you don't want to keep spending those type of resources on wide receivers when your hit rate isn't very high. So I would open up the checkbook and pay one. Question for Brenden: what Eagles and pending free agents would you resign? Who would you target in free agency for the Eagles? I would bring back Jason Kelce for 100%. Rodney McLeod is one that I would potentially bring back. I haven't fully, I don't have an opinion fully on that. I think that's one you look at. He did kind of fall off this year. He didn't play very well. Besides that, I'd pretty much let them all go. there's not many free agents that I would keep back.
Yeah, he's a Bears fan. You're not getting Robinson. We'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, a lot of moves need to be made, and I want to bring up Jonathan Gannon. Right, he was not a good defensive coordinator in my opinion. He was not that good, and now he's getting head coaching jobs, like interviews. Do you think he'll be a head coach, or do you think he'll stay back here and be a defensive coordinator for another year?
I don't think he gets hired on this in this hiring cycle. I could be wrong. That's just kind of my take on it as of right now. I look, he's probably a good guy. I've watched his press conference. He seems very energetic. He seems like a very likable dude. I could see players want to play for him. I could see him being probably an okay head coach. Like just because you're good on defense or offense doesn't make you a good head coach. Head coaching is a completely different job. You have to lead a room. You have to get a bunch of grown men together and play one certain way. It's hard. Head coaching is not X's and O's like an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator is. So I don't like when coaches or when teams strictly hire coaches off of if your offense was good last year, you could come in and head coach. That's not the way it works. You can look at an example like Chip Kelly, for instance. He was a smart offensive mind. No, isn't a very good leader of men. You need to be able to lead men. And I think Jonathan Gannon can do that. I do think he's energetic young guy, players like him. Having said that, I don't think he is the most ready to be a head coach out of any of the candidates out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are other candidates that should get their opportunity ahead of him. And look, his defense finished 25th in DVOA this year. The Eagles defense wasn't some life-changing wasn't some earth-shattering NFL scheme, right? The Eagles defense struggled. A lot of that was talent. I don't think a lot of it was on Gannon, but I do think there's other candidates that should be hired over him. I do think he will be a head coach one day. I don't think it will be this year.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, what are they seeing from Jonathan Gannon that I'm not seeing, right? Because I've been watching the games every day and missing that. Is there something I'm missing here, you think?
Again, it's back to kind of what I said. Just because you're good at a defensive scheme or an offensive scheme doesn't make you a good head coach. I agree with you. His defensive scheme didn't look all that crazy this year. He was a lot of too high shell, a lot of Tampa 2 defense, a lot of sitting back, keeping what's in front of you. So again, his scheme wasn't crazy. They would be hiring him because he's a good leader of men and he's good in the locker room. And I'm assuming that GMs and executives around the league view Jonathan Gannon higher than us fans do because we don't know him very well. I'm assuming that he's very energetic. People like him. So that's probably why he's getting more of the interviews than the defensive scheme.
Yeah, I can. It's just tough. I'm just I didn't like him this year. Go. So if he does go, who do you want the Eagles to look at for defensive coordinator?
Good question. I don't know. I haven't really put much thought into this. I really like Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio is he's a free agent now. Of course, the Broncos fired him. I think he's been, if not one of the smartest defensive minds of my lifetime. He's coordinated some of the best defenses in football. Remember that 2018 Bears defense. I think a lot of that to do with Khalil Mack, but still, he was a very smart defensive mind there. I do think that Nick Sirianni could use a veteran in the room as well. So that would be okay. You could look at a Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer and Gannon kind of play similar styles, so we'll see. I don't know. My guess is if he does leave, they hire internally. So I believe Aaron Glenn is a defensive line coach. I'd have to double check that, but they would probably hire someone inside the building. But we'll see. I don't know. Again, I haven't put too much thought into that question.
Yeah. So I know you got to head out. So this will be the last question for you, right? Yep. Question for Brenden. Do you think Fangio can be a good offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator if Gannon leaves?
Well, Vic Fangio would be a DC, right? He's not an offensive mind. Yeah. Again, like I just said, I do think he could definitely be a good DC. He's proven it. He's been one of the better defensive minds in football. So again, he didn't have a good run in Denver, but that doesn't mean he can't be a good defensive coordinator. Sometimes coordinators or coaches are good at just running one side of the ball when they are being a head coach. Look at Jim Schwartz as a perfect example. He was a great defensive coordinator here in Philly. He wasn't a very good head coach in Detroit. So I think it takes different skill sets. So yeah, of course, I do think Vic Fangio could be a great defensive coordinator here.
All right, that sounds good. And I just want to say thank you for coming on. I know it's just for a short time, but it was a pleasure, and I would love to do this again sometime.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mitch. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. All right, man. What a good guy Brenden is. But first, did you guys hit that like button for the Spotlight Sports Network or my channel? If you haven't, please do that now. All right, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Spotlight Sports Network. Please do, because we do everything around there. We cover all sports. We do everything right there. And then basketball, football, hockey, soccer, you name it, we got it. Please subscribe to them. Joe Wall, thank you. But yeah, guys, that was Brenden, a very cool guy. He was very nice to come on. I know it was for a short time, but hey, we got some stuff to talk about here. Now, for me, this is where I disagree with him. I think that the Eagles should go up and get Hutchinson. Not saying that because I'm a Michigan fan. I am saying that because we need linebackers, and Hutchinson can make that big of an impact like Micah Parsons. I really, truly believe that. So if we go up to get Hutchinson, what's up, Jose Jalapeno on the Steeg? If we go up there and get him, that would be a huge upgrade than what we have now. Alex Singleton. Just picture Hutchinson and Brandon Graham side to side. Just picture that right now. Okay? Because for me, that would be insane. I would love to see that, guys. I don't know about you, who's ever an Eagles fan here, but I think the Eagles should go after Hutchinson. But he does bring up a good point. You would need to bring up like 2 draft picks or 2 future firsts, or you can try to bring up other ones and maybe a piece or something that they need or something. But I would do whatever it takes to try to get Hutchinson. I think I would. I think that would be a good thing for us going forward. So let's go back to the schedule here, or the opponents for next year, guys. Let's go back because I want to bring up the hold on, I'm gonna take off my overlay real quick, guys. Give me 1 second here. Boom. All right. So these are the teams that the Eagles are playing against next year, right? These are all the teams we got. Away, we got the Cowboys, Giants, football team. They're gonna change their name in February, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So the Cardinals are gonna, and guys, I did make a video on this. I'm gonna upload that right after the stream here. So I'm not going to give away everything I said, but I'm just going to say something for the Cardinals. Cardinals are a good team. They are. But if you get rid of one of their big pieces, they're not as good. They collapse. They're done. They're completely done. So for me, I can see us, but for the Colts, just put out Carson Wentz. That's all I want. But put out Carson Wentz, let him play, because the Eagles' defense wants Carson Wentz. Believe me, they want him, and they're going to get him. They're going to get him, all right? So I just want to bring this up really quick just to show you guys. So if you guys want to know more about my thoughts about the 2022 opponents, stay tuned for my video. It's going to be up right after this stream. All right? Right after this stream, it will be up. So I just want to talk about the wide receivers and my thoughts and aspects of it. Because for the wide receiver, guys, we need somebody to pair up with Devontae Smith. We do. Whiteside is not cutting it. Rager is not cutting it. I know for the press conference, they were saying Whiteside is the best blocker that we had, blocking wide receiver, which I absolutely hate. And then Rager, they love his talent. They want to bring the talent out of him. And that's where I'm like, whoa. I'm like, so he does not have any talent. Rager sucks. Rager is terrible, guys. Rager is garbage. He doesn't catch. He can run the routes. I'll give him that. He can't do the punt returns, and that was the main reason why we drafted him, for the punts. I know he did good in college, but this is the NFL, guys. This is the freaking NFL. So we need someone better than him. Rager is not cutting it. Put it in the chat. Is Rager cutting it for you guys? Is Rager making those big impact moves? Is he doing all that to help us? Please let me know in the chat. Because for me, he's not doing it. But the question is, who's going to take him? Who's going to take Rager? And I'm telling you this right now. No one's going to take Rager. Okay? No one's taking Rager, 1. And 2, you're going to have to put some draft picks with him. Like a 2nd or a 3rd. Just like, you need to add some value into that. So for me, it's like, I think we're going to be stuck with Rager. But just like, man, oh man. It's going to be difficult to get rid of Rager. Now, Whiteside, just cut him. I don't care. Now, people are going to tell me that there's a dead cap. For Rager. I don't care. He's worth it. Just cut him. Dead cap, I don't care. We'll take it. Get rid of his ass. Hold on, guys. Right, I'm good. So, I want to bring up Jalen Hurts and his whole press conference. Or not the press conference. Just him saying for next year, guys. Because think about it. Think about this, right? Jalen Hurts is their draft pick, right? They want to do everything that they can to stick with Jalen Hurts, to keep him here. He did have a good season. He was a Pro Bowl alternate. He did everything he could. But you're telling me that if Howie Roseman gets a phone call about Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, who I think is untradeable, like you can't trade for him, and Aaron Rodgers, you bet your ass he's going to answer that phone. He's going to answer that phone. He's not just going to go hang up on them and just be like, that's it. He's not going to do that. Howie likes to make moves. Howie loves to stir up the pot, right? He loves to stir up the pot. Guys, say something in the chat about Jalen Hurts, what you guys think. For me, he's going to be our quarterback for next year. That's what I hope. But I just hope that Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni are not lying again. Because there's countless times that he is lying, been caught lying to us. So, I don't trust everything that they say. It's just like, you can't. You absolutely can't keep their words. You gotta take their words with a grain of salt. You gotta take those words with a grain of salt. You just do. Because it makes no... Yeah, Grandizer, thank you. Guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And, yeah, thank you, man. I don't know why I'm yawning. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this offseason goes. So, I want to talk about... Let's go to Dallas Goedert real quick, right? Dallas Goedert, guys, he's our second best wide receiver, right? And he's a tight end. That is bad. Like, we're going to need another wide receiver, but Dallas Goedert, has he proved to earn that extension? I think not. Not yet. Next year will be his chance to earn that extension. He's got to earn it next year. He just got it, right? I mean, he is a top 5 tight end. He is up there, but I need to see more because before the playoffs, right? Before the freaking playoffs, when he was extended, he wasn't doing much of anything. He wasn't doing much of freaking anything. So it's just like, what is there? What is there to do for Goddard? He needs to, because Zach Ertz got traded, right? They're putting all their eggs in one basket for Dallas Goddard. This is your team. You're the best tight end. We giving you extension. Now prove it. Now freaking prove it, guys. Yeah. Guys, don't be afraid to ask me questions in the chat. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. I'll answer everything to my ability, best ability. So, yeah. You know what's funny, though? Jalen Hurts. I believe I made a video about this like months ago. His play has has split this Eagles community in half, the Eagles fan base. There are people that love him, that will stick out their neck for him, that will back him up for everything that he does. And there's other side that his fam that want him gone. That want him gone. I wanted to talk about this too. Apparently, this is a rumor going around now. I don't want it. I'm an Eagles fan. Why would I want them to get the best coach available? Which question do I believe that needs depth? Wide receivers. Wide receivers. We need a better wide receiving core. We do. We have Smith, Watkins, Rager, Ward, Hightower, Whiteside. We got 6 receivers, but they're not good. Like Devontae Smith is the only one that's good in my opinion. Greg Ward, he needs more time out on the field. Like, he's better than Rager, so I'd rather put him in the slot. At least I can rely on him to make a freaking catch. Whiteside, I can't trust. Hightower, he didn't get a future contract during those cuts, so I mean, oh, let me see here. Ian Rappaport? Let's see. I don't see it. I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. So, yeah. Let's talk about Kelce, right? Jason Kelce is a Hall of Famer. Jason Kelce is one of the Eagles' legends, right? Now, is he going to stay or is he going to retire? Because if you guys remember Chris Franklin, right, the Eagles beat writer that I had, shout out to him, he thinks Brandon Brooks is going to retire before Jason Kelce. That's what he said before. Now, I know for the last game, I know that Jason Kelce that walked around the field for the last time against Tampa Bay. That's what he did, right? Oh, is Adam Schefter now? Hold on. Let's see. I got it. Yeah. Yep. There it is. But yeah, I really think Jason Kelce is going to stay another year. But what if he doesn't? Do you think they're gonna draft? They're gonna have to draft a center. But the question is, who's the best center in the draft? Who's the best center in the freaking draft right now? Like, that's what I want to know. Let's say he doesn't come back. Landon Dickerson, he might be left guard instead of center. So, man, yeah. Request to interview her. Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Lindenbaum. All right. Like, I need to do more research on him, I guess. But if Jason Kelce is not coming back, I see him at left tackle or left guard. I think it was left guard, yeah. So it's definitely going to be a left guard. I know we drafted him to be the next center. I know that. But we're going to need somebody. And I know Brandon Brooks might be gone. Andre Dillard, please get out of here. Please. I want him gone. Yeah. Like, I think he's going to be gone. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting what they do in this offseason. And it still bugs me that Devontae Smith did not get more targets. He did not get more targets at all. Remember the last game against Dallas? They kept him in to break the record. Once he broke the record, he was out. So, I don't understand why you didn't use him like you did in the last game of the season. Right? I wanted him to be used. Treat him like a number one. Treat him like a future threat in this league. Give him the ball. Let him do this. Let him do that. Let him do this and that, this and that. It makes sense. Like, it definitely makes sense. Just the play calling, man, on last game just got me iffy. It just got me Mitch of anything. And third and forward center at OT. Yeah. And you know what's funny too, Grandizer? We had the best O-line during the season. We had the best O-line in the freaking season. Now, with Jason Kelce being out, Brandon Brooks might be retiring. We won't be that best O-line anymore. We won't be that best O-line anymore. So, you got to build that O-line, and you got to build it well. Because you got to protect Jalen Hurts at all costs. You got to protect Jalen Hurts at all costs. So, it's like, yeah, you got to keep him for yeah. It's just amazing that Lane Johnson scored a touchdown, and he was not on a Pro Bowler. I still gotta make that freaking video. Yeah, Lane Johnson was not a freaking Pro Bowler. He was the only O-line to score a freaking touchdown. And you're telling me that he's not a freaking Pro Bowler? Bro. This is why I hate the NFL Pro Bowl. Like, they give it to players that don't deserve it, and they don't give it to the person that does. MK, I'm going crazy right now. For fun, I'm doing them here as my draft simulations. I've been getting that a lot. A lot of people have been DMing me their mock drafts. And guys, if you're doing mock drafts, if you are, please DM me on Twitter. Please DM me on Twitter at Mitch Kofsky. Think about it. Right here. Just DM me on Twitter your mock drafts. I would love to see them. Okay? I'm going to make it on my community post. I'm going to tweet it out after this. What are you going to do for a video, J Taco for Life? What are you going to do for a video? But, yeah, I'll be interested to see your mock drafts and see how they go. Like, I want a Jabo from Michigan. I would want Hamilton. But those are like reaches. The Jabo is like right in there. So, yeah. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very fun, guys. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm really excited for the draft. Yeah. And guys, remember tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, MK in the morning, I'm going to have E-Rock on. He's only going to be here for a half hour. But look, he's going to be on MK in the morning. Okay? Follow me on Twitter. There's the link. Tweet it out. Share it out. I'm going to put it on my community tab. I want this stream to be good. Embiid's stats tonight were against the Clippers. So, I'm going 25 points. I can't stream that game because I'm doing a Ruthless Attitude for the network on my channel. So, I'll be doing that at the same time. But I'm going 28 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Okay. Okay. Do you want my starting 5? J Taco, do you want my starting 5 for your video there? I can easily give you your starting 5. Oh. Hello.
Hey, what up?
I can't get away from you, can I?
Okay, man. I'm the greatest supporter that anybody will ever know, man.
That is true. That is true. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. I'm just, just got through writing down some notes for the draft this Monday, draft show this Monday, and ready for the draft, by the way, whoever asked you that is they doing that Sixers game, coach got me on for that Sixers and Clippers game. So y'all
doing
check
it?
that out. Yeah, I'm doing a double duty. I got my Rockets with Aaron Warriors, so I will be doing Clippers and Sixers for tonight. Y'all want to see y'all Sixers go ahead. The head coach got me online.
I'll pop in before Ruthless Attitude. Ruthless Attitude's at 8, so I got an hour to kill. So I'll pop in for a bit.
You said what draft? Me and Eric mock draft Monday.
Yeah.
I got my notes of several players right here. That I'm gonna break down. So yeah, just come in.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
I asked my guest Brenden Deeg this. Shout out to him. Great writer, great guy. Hopefully do more work with him in the future. But I asked him, your Houston Texans are rumored to trade the 3rd overall pick. So should the Eagles go up there and get like a Hutchinson, you think?
Well, it's rumors that the Houston Texans are trying to trade that 3rd overall pick. It depends on what the Eagles are going to give up. But it's rumors that Houston trying to trade out of that pick too. If they are trying to trade up out of that pick, and it's rumors that Jonathan Gannon, that I know is the front runner for the Texans job right now. It's a rumor that I know. I'm not sure. Not sure right now, but like I said again, I'm not a big Jonathan Gannon fan, but he comes to Houston, just like any other coach, a quarterback. If I don't like, I gotta support. So then maybe who knows, he'll be a better head coach and a better coordinator. You never knows, but time will tell. Though time will definitely tell. So, it depends. Houston are shopping that third pick. I heard that they're definitely shopping that 3rd pick.
Like I would, me in Michigan, so I want him on the Eagles. I would love to get Hutchinson. Like, if that happens, I'll be making a huge video. I'm telling you, I don't want everything.
Hutchinson,
He can make an impact like Michael Parsons.
I'm telling you, he's a type of guy. Now, I think Hutchinson probably is a better run defender. Probably a better run defender than Thibodeau. Thibodeau is the best in the draft. Thibodeau is the best player possibility in the draft right now. So again, Aiden Hutchinson is a guy that can come in. He can start right away. He can play and perform right away. He's a guy that's very good at supporter in the run game, can get to the quarterback. He's good on both sides, on no matter what, pass rushing and getting to the quarterback.
Yeah. So Jay Taco wanted me to give him my starting 5. So I'm going to change that up from the last time we did it. So for this one, I'm going Curry. Give me Harden. Give me LeBron. No. Give me LeBron, KD, Embiid. LeBron, KD, Embiid. Those are my 5. So I got Curry, Harden, KD, or Giannis, KD, and LeBron. I mean, oh my God, LeBron, KD, and Embiid. So it's Curry, Harden, LeBron, KD, Embiid.
Yeah.
Here we go. Thought it was a professional wrestling draft. USFL draft. Mock drafts are always fun unless the Eagles got to pick Sam Howell. Yeah. I don't want Sam Howell, bro. I don't want him.
If Sam Howell comes in, he's going to be a backup.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not going to be a starter. The only quarterback that's gonna probably start right then and there, and that could start right then and there, is Kenny Pickett. He's the only quarterback in this draft that can really from day one start. That's it. Everybody else, like Malik Willis, has the highest ceiling to be a starter, but he's gonna have to learn for a little while. Kenny Pickett is the only quarterback in the draft that can literally come out and start.
All right. Would you like to say starting 5? And okay, those players are gone.
Starting 5 for what you mean? Starting 5 for what?
NBA. So
Period.
those 5 players are gone that I mentioned. So I'm going John Morant, Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton. For the center, give me Ayton. For the 4, give me Sabonis.
How are we doing the starting 5?
I just did. I just named my starting 5 like that.
He said just starting 5, the period, or just starting 5? It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters. Like the players I had before, they were gone. So I just went I went John Morant, Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton, Sabonis, and Ayton. I'm trying to pick players outside the box.
I'm trying to see what Jay Taco is talking about. That way I would know I want him to be out there so I can know. Because as soon as you name that, he said those players are gone. So just trying to see what players, what we're talking about. Is it any starting 5 we can name?
Yeah. Shout out to Bird Gang 31. He just hit 2,000 subscribers today. Shout out to him.
Bird Gang 31.
Yeah. He's been grinding, man. He's been working. Like, he's been getting everybody on his show. He's been going. He's been working. Oh my God. Stop bringing up Ben Simmons Street's Twitter. I'm getting annoyed.
He said stop bringing up Ben Simmons for Twitter.
Like, I saw this one from ESPN. It's Sabonis, LeVert, and 2 first-rounders for Simmons. I'm like, I'll take that Kings one over that any day.
I don't understand that. But, like, LeVert is better than Ben Simmons. We seen what LeVert can do. We seen what LeVert can do against the Lakers. Mm-hmm. We definitely seen what he could do. So why not make that move? Why not? I don't know what Daryl Morey is waiting on. He just want a superstar for Ben Simmons. You're not
He
getting
said
that.
on the interview last night that he's open to get from like a top 30 to top 40 player that fits.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like teasing the Kings trade. He was like, maybe he'll do that. So if I were him, just do it already. Like,
do what makes the fans goddamn happy. Please. Please. Please.
I mean, with Tobias Harris in that deal also, take my money. Take my money and go. I mean, we would get – who we get back? We would get Heald, Halliburton, who's on COVID protocols now.
Yeah, Halliburton is a good young player, man. He can pass and he can shoot.
Yeah, I got – so it's Heald, Halliburton, Barnes, and 2 firsts. I would take that. Like that.
2 first round? You crazy if you don't pull the trigger.
He's not gonna pull the trigger. He's waiting for Harden. That's what my video was about yesterday or 2 days ago, I forget. But okay, so all the players you were saying are gone. Curry, all right. So the players I said are gone. God dang! You know what? I'll have to think of something else, man. Oh, Coach Donte, have you heard what Houston could realistically get for their pick?
You said no. I haven't heard that yet. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think of like a starting 5 that nobody said. It's difficult.
That's going to be difficult if you take it away. If you take it away, that's going to be a difficult.
If you take it away, then each team is going to be not as high-powered and packed as the others. So obviously, whatever team I'm picking is going to lose.
Yep.
Unless you're doing this on 2K, then anything is possible on 2K. Like, yeah, I'm going to have to do that later. Next stream, which could be tomorrow morning, I will do that. MK in the morning, 10 a.m., E-Rock is coming on the show. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legendary.
So who we got playing tomorrow for the NFL? Who we got playing tomorrow?
So for the games? Hold on. We got the Titans. Oh, you are? Okay. It's the Titans versus Bengals. I might stream that game tomorrow. Still thinking about that for my channel. And then it's not the Rams because they're Sunday. It's who else am I forgetting here? Come on, give me something. Packers and Niners.
Packers, okay.
Well, dude, he's been doing it just live streams. I make videos every single day. So the way I get it is slower. Where he gets it is like boom, 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 gimme.
Yeah.
So I love making videos every single day. I love it. So I'm just doing my own way. And then if I feel like doing more live streams every single day, I definitely would. So I'm doing a lot of live streams this weekend. So there's that. Peace got the yeah. I love your grandizer. You're a great guy. Seriously. But so who you got for the wait, we got 2 minutes left in this show. Because there's another show on at 5. So I forget what's on at 5. Oh, it's Tayrock and it's a Spotlight. Yeah.
No, I might go on for that, Dean. I
might do. Who knows? I might be backstage.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I just want to say shout out to Brenden Deeg. Thank you for coming on, man. We've been trying to work out something for like the longest time, but then it just never worked out for the schedule or whatnot. So I just want to say shout out to him. Shout out to Coach Donte for coming in for like 5 minutes. So if you guys could kindly, please subscribe to the Spotlight Sports Network if you haven't already. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm on the road to 1,600. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait for MK in the morning tomorrow. And I will possibly be streaming tomorrow the Bengals and Titans game. And then Sunday, I put out a community tab for, let's look at that right now. Who's in the lead here? Let's look at that right now. So who's in the lead for to stream on Sunday? It looks like I'm doing Sixers and Spurs on Sunday. So, yeah, got a lot of good live streams coming up. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash that like button, do all that stuff. Follow all my social medias, follow everybody in the Spotlight Sports Network, and we are out. Peace, guys.